Good morning, students. We were studying about socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. How the society changes, how the age of social changes came. As the French Revolution started and it picked up the strength, the society in whole Europe started thinking about the changes. And as they started thinking about the changes, there were the groups of people who thought to bring about the changes. They can be classified under three groups: the liberals, the radicals, and the conservatives. Liberals, they were the people which looked to change society and wanted a nation which tolerate all religion. What they want? They want a state, they want a country which tolerate all the religions. They were called the liberals because they want to tolerate all the religion, they want to live with all the religion. Because in Europe at that time there were many sects of Christianity, there were the Muslims and the other people also. So there was a conflict of religion between the people, and they want to live with harmony in all the countries. With this, liberal also opposed to the uncontrolled power of dynastic rule. It means they want to change the dynastic rule. They wanted to safeguard the rights of individual against government. It means they want to give rights to the citizen, and they don't want that all the power should lie in the hands of kings. Then what they want, that subjects, everyone should be a subject to law interpreted by a well-trained judiciary. It means there should be a judiciary who can decide that what type of rules we should follow. Then there should be elected parliamentary government. All these were their demand. But in true sense, they were not the Democrats. Why? Because they don't want to give universal adult franchise. It means what they say, that the right of vote should be given to only the men who have property, who owns property. Unlike liberals, there were some people who want to change the things very speedily, who want to give universal adult franchise, who want to support women's suffrage also. These people were called the radicals. They were against the landowners and the wealthy factory owners also. They don't want to give privilege to those also. So this type of people were called the liberals. And there was the third section, that was the conservatives. These people were opposed to radicals and liberals. It means they were, what they want that the olden system which is continued in Europe should be continued. It means what they want to remain with the system that is there from the olden times. What they say, that we should respect our culture, we should respect our beliefs, we should respect our system that our ancestors given us, and they don't want to change. And if there is a need for change, they said that the changes should be very slow, this much slow that no one can feel the changes. It is with the time the things should change. So these were the groups of people, types of people who were the people who were working for the changes in society. This was the time when the industrialization of France started, Many factories were established. People started working in factories. They were working for long hours for a very low wage. There were a lot of unemployment, proper sanitization, proper housing. Nothing was there because the cities, the towns, they were spreading and they were growing rapidly. So no facilities were there. At this time, the liberals and the radicals, they tried to search the solution. Conservatives, they were not thinking about all these things. They don't like the changes what are coming in the society. But these people, the liberals and the radicals, they were looking for the changes. What they want is that everyone should be equal in the society and everyone should get equal chances. Liberal and radicals themselves were often property owners and employers. These people are more often the property owners and the employers. So as this conflict gone further, a new section in society emerged, that was the section of socialist people. Who were the socialists? They were the people who were against private property and saw it as the root of all social ills of time. So in the France at that time, a new section emerged, that was the section of the socialist people. How all these things happen, we will study further. Individual owned the property that gave employment, but the proprieted were concerned only with personal gain and not with the welfare of those who made the property productive. Whatever the individual owned property, suppose you are owning a farm and you have employed 15 people to work on your farm. What will be your primary concern? It will be to earn more and more. It will be to produce more and more crops. If someone asks you to give more wages to your worker and earn less profit, you will not be agree. So this is the problem with the personal property. The personal property owner don't concern with the social welfare, don't concern with the welfare of the employees. What is their primary concern is the earning, is their profit. So if a society as a whole, rather than a single individual controlled property, more attention would be paid to collective social interest. So what socialist people think, that if society as a whole owns the property, controls the property rather than an individual, then more attention would be paid to collective social interest. It means the social welfare will be maximum if the properties are owned by collectively, by the country, not by individuals. So they opposed the individual property owners. Socialists wanted this change and they campaigned for it. Socialists had different vision for future. What was their future and what they thought? Some believed in the idea of cooperatives. Just like Robert Owen, a leading English manufacturer, sought to build a cooperative community called the New Harmony in Indiana, USA. Other socialists felt that cooperative could not be built on a wide scale or through individual initiative. They demanded that governments encourage cooperative. there were a lot of conflict between these people also in their thinking also. Just like an English manufacturer, Robert Owen, he's built a cooperative community which was named New Harmony in Indiana, that is in USA. But many were there who think that, or who said that it will not work, and it is not possible to build a large scale cooperative society on personal initiative, individual initiative. So what they demanded that government should encourage cooperatives, and government should make, because government is having the machinery with them, so they should make the cooperative societies. In France, Louis Blanc wanted the government to encourage cooperatives and replace capitalistic enterprises. Just what we talk about right now. These cooperatives were to be associations of people who produced goods together and divided the profit according to the work done by members. What system should be followed? It should be like the members, they should work together and they will distribute the profit as the people worked, for how much they have worked. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels added other ideas to this body of arguments. Marx argued that industrial society was capitalist. Capitalist owned the capital invested in factories, and the profit of capitalist was produced by workers. Now the time came with the Karl Marx, who is known as the father of socialist politics. What Marx said, that the industries in industrial society, the industries were owned by the capitalist because they have invested money, and their profit was produced by workers. The condition of workers could not improve as long as this profit was accumulated by private capitalists. And what he said, that the condition of worker will not be improved until the profit is accumulated or taken over by private capitalists. It means what he said, that profit of industry factory should be distributed among all the members who are working there. Workers had to overthrow capitalism and the rule of private property. What he said, that workers should overthrow capitalism and the rule of private property. It means we should change the system and the system of private property. Marx believed that to free themselves from capitalist exploitation, workers had to construct a radically socialist society where all property was socially controlled. What they need to do to change the system? They should radically change the society. They had to construct a radical socialist society in which all the property are socially controlled. This would be communist society. And what the society is called? This is given the name communist society. He was convinced that workers would trump in their conflict with capitalists. What he thought, that the workers would win this war against the capitalist. A communist society was a neutral society, natural society of future. And what he said, that it is the natural society of future. It means in future there will be a natural way of living, the communist system. By the 1870s, socialist idea spread through Europe. To coordinate their efforts, socialists formed an international body, namely the Second International. Workers in England and Germany began forming associations to fight for better living and working conditions. They set up funds to help members in times of distress demanded. And in Germany, these associations worked closely with Social Democratic Party (SPD) and helped it win parliamentary seats by 1905. And by this way, till 1905, the communist system emerged as the political power in the world. Socialists and the trade union formed a Labour Party in Britain and a Socialist Party in France. As the Social Democratic Party in Germany came into parliament, the Labour Party was formed in Britain and the Socialist Party formed in France. However, till 1914, Socialists never succeeded in forming a government in Europe. Represented by a strong figure in parliamentary politics, their ideas did shape legislation, but government continued to be run by the conservatives, liberal and radicals, and this communists, they were out of power till 1914. Now we will move towards the Russia. In Russia was mainly a agricultural country. It was the least developed country in Europe. The system of Russia was overthrown with the October Revolution of 1917. What was this? It was about the fall of monarchy in February 1917, and the event took place especially in the month of October. These are called the Russian Revolution and the October Revolution. What happened? How it happened? This is a long story. We'll start with 1914. In 1914, Tsar Nicholas II ruled Russia and its empire. Tsar, the king was called Tsar in Russia at that time. So the Nicholas II was the Tsar of Russia, and his empire was not only around the Moscow. It included the current day Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, some parts of Poland, Ukraine, Belarus. It stretched the Pacific and comprised today's Central Asian state, as well as Georgia, Armenia and Azerbaijan. So this much big Russian, all these parts were, which you can see in the map, were the part of Russia when Tsar ruled there. The majority religion was Russian Orthodox Christianity. Basically the people were the Orthodox Christian, and this Russian Orthodox Christianity was grown out of Greek Orthodox Church. But with all this, there were the Catholics, there were the Protestant, the Muslims and the Buddhists. So the people of many religion live in France, in Russia at that time. Just now we have studied about the socialist system and the Russian administration, the rule of Tsar. Now, how was the economy? How was the society? And the socialism in Russia? And further, you should study the chapter We'll start again from economy and society when we will next time. Thank you.